Greetings everyone and welcome back to Pony Panels. And this one is on a somber note because this review's been coming for a long time. Well, a couple months anyway. The final Friends Forever comic has released today. The Friends Forever comic, for those who don't know, is a My Little Pony side comic, usually featuring a pairing of two characters, usually involving slice of life and general hijinks centered around a story. For 38 comics, we've been given all sorts of different pairings, some successful, some not so successful. So it comes with a bit of a heavy heart that we bid farewell to this comic series to make way for more mainline series and the new Legends of Magic. IDW Publishing decided to conclude the series with an actual appropriate pairing, Celestia and Luna. And the timing for this couldn't be more ironically perfect, considering Celestia's performance in the first episode of Season 7, Celestial Advice. If you want to see the review of that, then head on over to the main page here at Code Equestria, and it should be right up front. But on to the comic. The comic seems to be narrated by a brand new character that we were yet introduced to, Kiblets, who happens to be the royal butler in the castle of the two sisters. And it seems they've been on quite a competitive streak, getting ready for the annual Sisterhood Social, ironically run by Applejack's form again. I guess every day they be hustling. What starts out as general disagreements finally explodes into full-blown competition as the two naturally try to outdo each other, not only in put-downs but physically, through baking the different goods and performing the different competitions. The comic is important for this reason. It mainly highlights the two sisters and their two-sided natures. One is very open-minded, not grudge-heavy and focused in Celestia, while Luna, well, now you can see why the Gamer Luna memes exist. She is ultra competitive, takes everything ultra personal, and acts somewhat overly dramatic in the face of conflict. And why are these two at each other's throats? Well, unfortunately, because of magical berries that highlight their overly competitive side between one another, given by evil possums. But this is only highlighted in the later part of the comic. Everything is narrated socially by Kiblets throughout the little comic horrors, but it's mainly the fantastic artwork, and some of the finer panels in the back end of this comic are breathtaking visually. But also the myriad of different sight gags and competitive living throughout the comic keep the comic surprisingly lightheaded as the two sisters try to troll each other endlessly to comic aplomb in some cases and head scratching in others. but it's mainly the fact that Rarity and Sweetie Belle get tossed into the action when their competitive sides head all the way to the social. But when it's figured out and the berry's effects wear off, what you see is a genuinely warming and touching series of moments by the sisters, gushing over each other, forgiving each other for past faults, and genuinely talking it out, which is something that for the sisters, in connection to the fans, has always been a trouble spot for the two. Yes, this stuff in the back end of the comic can get extremely sappy and cheesy. It's funny, especially given Sweetie Belle's overreaction to it. And Rarity also gets a good one-liner in there too. But also seeing that it's the end of the comic line, the characters themselves break the fourth wall and thank the reader for their continued commitment to Friends Forever throughout the series, and invite us to join the other comic lines, as this one did very well. This comic is a perfect finish to the Friends Forever line, with two characters that have been fan requested for comics since the beginning of the line itself, highlighting both Celestia and Luna's competitive, funny, and different sides, while the morals idealism of being competitive but never without compromise and understanding is a perfect moral given the story beats. The jokes are consistently and high-flying, and some of the art in the panels is some of the best in the Friends Forever series. And the farewell for the reader is light, funny, and respectful. Off the hinges of celestial advice, this is the perfect read, finally giving the royal sisters time in the spotlight together. Both funny, heartwarming, a little bit mushy, but altogether perfect. This is how the Friends Forever series should conclude. Down to earth, simple, slice of life, done perfectly. It's My Little Pony in a nutshell. That's why I am proud to give the final Friends Forever number 38 the perfect score of a 6 out of 6. It's perfect off the heels of Celestial Advice, and a perfect way to close out a comic book series that's had its ups and downs. There's no need to compete on this one. The comic series went out on a high note. If you wait till the end of this video, which would be right around now, you can click our logo to subscribe to the channel and to get to the video I mentioned earlier. Or, if you want to see the Legends of Magic #1 review, click to the panel to the right. If you want the review for the second episode of Season 2 all bottled up, go to the opposite side. And I hope you stick around for more pony panels and, of course, this week's new 26 review on A Flurry of Emotions this Saturday morning. Until then, I'm Nirvana Sparkle. Find peace in your own Nirvana. And thanks for watching.